This is a quick video on how to use SEMrush's tool and to fix a lot of issues that may happen, especially in Sierra sites in large areas where organization is a thing, and sometimes you may run into just weird redirect options. So we've audited the site, and it's hit 5,000. So we can actually change this to a little bit higher to 10,000 pages. So again, on the site audit, just to go back through this, is that I'm going to hit here, is that when you're looking at the site audit page, remember to click the gear and then go to masks, and then make sure that property search is listed under the mask, and therefore all of the property pages, like for example the listings, property search will not be crawled and shouldn't be crawled. And I'm going to make sure that the amount of pages on this one seem to be high, and if they have 5,000 pages of content, that's great. So I'm going to add this and kind of move on. So on the site audit, the first thing that I changed is I changed it from 5,000 to 10,000. So the next time it audit, it's going to take a lot longer, but hopefully I'll hit the limit. We're pretty close right here. Just want to make sure that I'm only auditing the content pages. Okay, so under site health, you'll see this big depressing graph and how that goes up, and that's just due to the fact that we crawled 100 pages here and now we're crawling 5,000 there. So obviously there's going to be more errors. This isn't anything to be alarmed at, it's just something to be aware of. So under the errors, there is a ton of broken links, and so when we look at the broken links, we will see, and we can scroll down and see that a bunch of them are exactly the same. And so we're just going to go through. I'm actually going to click to 152 and see. Okay, so then there are some that are different. So in these where it's different, and this again probably has to do with organization based on the size of the site and the size of the area, that you are going to run into a lot of these. So we're going to mess with Airdrie. So the right URL for Airdrie is Airdrie Greater Seattle areas, Greater Calgary areas, Airdrie. So this is the correct URL. The other one, where it's just leeyusuf.com/Airdrie, is the wrong URL, and we get that because that's a broken link. So log into Sierra, and then when you log in, you come to the dashboard page, which I'm trying to get back to. Yeah, so you log in, and this is the first thing that you see. If you click, click on the gear, and then you will see 301 redirect tool. And there are no 301 redirects, so we add one. So you just click on add a 301 redirect, and we're not doing a bulk file, even though you can do a bulk file if you know how to do that. It's actually very simple, but one at a time. I would say add it this way. Okay, and then what you need to do is know what the old URL is, which you go back to SEMrush, and you see the URL is just leeyusuf/Airdrie. So we're just going to copy the /Airdrie and then paste it here. Okay, and then what we need to do is where are we going to redirect it to? And we're going to redirect it to this page. And again, we're not going to copy the Lee Yusuf section. We're just going to copy everything after the .com. And then we're going to paste that right here. I have too many tabs open. So let me close this tab, and let me close this tab, and there's the 301 redirect. So this is about all the information that you're going to need, and then all you need to do is click add. That redirect is done, then hit save redirects. What happens at this moment is that since we know it's Airdrie and it should be Greater Calgary area /Airdrie, all I'm going to do is I'm going to erase to confirm that it works. I'm just going to erase the Greater Calgary areas out of the URL and hit enter. Now this should not go to an oops page. Now it goes to correct page, Greater Calgary area /Airdrie. Now when you rerun, and I'm not going to don't rerun it after you do one thing, but you can look and see that so that's 20 results, 30 results, 40 results, 50 results. Okay, so at 50, you have another thing, right? So at this moment, you would click on the links here, and it goes, oops, this isn't the right link. Okay, so Calgary condominiums and Princeton Hall. So what you would do here is find it physically on the site. So where Calgary condominiums and I can't talk. Where this page is in real life on the website is exactly where you want to find it. So either you can, it's going to be in one of these sections. I don't know Calgary that well. If it's in the city center, I'm just clicking around. So then I'm going to look for Prince. Nope, it's not there. So I don't know where that section is, but you would literally just find it. And I'm just going to pick on Mayfair. And then what you would do the same exact thing. You would highlight after the .com, the actual URL that's working, create and paste. Click on add 301 redirects, add individually. You would paste the link into here, and then you would copy this link from here. So an easy way to figure out where the old link is you can click on this side of the page URL, click and pop this open. This will take you to Calgary condominiums, which this Princeton should be a part of. Princeton Grand. No, it was Hall, Prince Hall. Okay, now when I click on it, now I actually get a oops. So at this moment, this is a bad link entirely. And know that since Princeton Hall is on every single one of these, that exponentially you are going to have a bunch of bad backlinks. So at the very beginning, what you could do is find out what page this should be correctly in the back end. So you then would, I'm not going to do anything here. I'm going to click back here, go into content, and then go to content pages, and then I'm going to search for, just to make sure it's Princeton Hall. I'm actually just going to search for Princeton just to make life easier. Okay, so Princeton Hall condos. So this is the page, and now when I click on it, I see the difference. Calgary condominiums, Princeton Hall condos. This page actually works. Instead, this time, instead of creating a 301 redirect, what you need to do is edit this area under condo buildings and just change Prince Hall here. And that will fix the next, I don't know how many other pages it's here. So if we go back here, then again, there's going to be a whole bunch of them. So it will automatically fix it. And this is the way you can kind of fix the redirect or not. Since we know, looking at the website, it is all in this area, we could just fix this area and all of those errors will go away. It's actually really, really simple. Just kind of give it a shot. So just fix that one section, and then you can rerun the whole entire thing. Now, if you don't want to fix that section for some reason, I don't advise it, but I would, if you don't want to, then you could just do the same thing. You can create the redirect just like we did before, and then you would open this page so that you can make sure that you have the right page, because condos is at the end. That's the biggest difference. Then you would just go up to the top here and 301 redirects, and hit add and create a new 301 redirect. This is the cheaty way. It actually might be more beneficial in SEO correct to actually just fix it in the content. The Airdrie one was kind of an odd one because you have subpages of Airdrie, and the organization of this was kind of odd. I wouldn't advise going back and reorganizing the whole entire site for the Airdrie one, but on the Princeton Hall condos for sale, I would have you just go in and edit this section of the menu here to the correct link, and that will fix a bunch of them. So that's how you fix the backlinks. And you just kind of go through all of them. We go to page 10. These are all kind of the same. So the Calgary condominium, fixing the Prince Hall alone, will take out, I would say, 80% of the bad backlinks. It's still going. So let me click on 152 to see. Yeah, so you have a few of them, but take care of the Calgary one and go from there. That is the whole entire process of fixing bad backlinks, bad links, internal linking. So just fine, you notice on sites this large that you kind of get the same amount of backlinks. So once you fix them in one area, usually, then you will solve the problem site-wide. So again, I'm just going to go back through. Airdrie, this was an organizational issue, the reason why we did the 301 redirect. Princeton Hall, the URL got changed in the creation of the website. Someone added condos at the very end of it. You don't need to have condos. Actually, Prince Hall is a better way to say it. So one, you can either go in and change this to just delete condos, and all of those links will automatically start to work. Or two, you can go ahead and change the menu item and go from there, and you don't have to do a 301 redirect. I would, once I have done those two, which seem to be the bulk of the issue. There's a couple of more that seem to be a bulk of the issues. I would take care of the ones that are continually repeating themselves, like Cambridge and Bro Ridge. I'd do those, Airdrie, which I've already done, and Princeton Hall. And then I would run the scan one more time and see how much this drops. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that this will plummet fairly quickly. So that's the first thing that I would do if I'm auditing a website. The very first thing as I do is I fix internal broken links, because that ruins your domain value. And then the next thing, I would just kind of go down and through these. These also are kind of related. So 11 pages return a 404. Well, there's bad backlinks, so then you're linking to a bad page. So that's why you kind of always start at the top and work your way down, because a lot of the times it just pushes everything through. Yeah, that's it. So this is a personal SEO teaching how to use SEMrush broken link audit tool and how to create 301 redirects in Sierra Interactive. Have a good day.